Yuck.
Yeah.
So, the game that I played this week, here's our review of Goof Troop on the SNES. This
Ah.
game, let me just like throw it right out there. Don't bother playing this game solo unless you like hate yourself.
Solo, no.
That being said, if you got a buddy that you can play this game with, it is a freaking blast. It is so much fun, and I highly, highly recommend this game. Um, let's see. This game came out in 1993 on the SNES. It was developed by Capcom. Um, you can still get the cartridge for like 15-20 bucks. Like, it's not a super rare cartridge and not super expensive. So if you want to, play it like a non-emulated version of that, on your original hardware, it's out there. And again, I would highly recommend it. It is a really great game. Um, what did I like about the game? It has beautiful graphics, great music. The gameplay is solid. It's got a lot of really fun Zelda-like puzzles
Oh, you had me
strewn
at Zelda
throughout
like puzzles.
the entire game that you get to do with a friend. And some of them are legitimately hard. Like there was one that Zach and I were stuck on for at least
Telling
10
that.
minutes,
There it is.
um, which is pretty wild.
That's
Uh,
awesome. Make me want to play it.
yeah,
It's fun.
it's a lot of fun. So definitely worth checking out. What I do not like about this
Uh,
game does not scale well for single players. So
Can't you
like
get like multiple items though on
you
single player?
can on single player you can hold 2 items.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're playing multiplayer you can only hold 1 item at a time.
but
Which
regardless,
but
yeah.
that makes it like so that you can use teamwork with your homie. Also, Max and Goofy have different strengths. Like Max is much faster than Goofy, but Goofy hits a lot harder, right? So like most enemies take Max like 2 hits with like throwing an object to actually kill that enemy, whereas Goofy's always just one, but he also moves a lot slower than Max does. So,
But not only
um
that, you don't have to backtrack with one player. Is that a thing where you would have to like go
well,
back and do a thing? I don't
you
know.
always have to be on the same screen as
Mm.
your partner, because remember, this is an old game. It wasn't
Ah,
designed to
yes.
play online. So you always have to be on the same screen. There is some backtracking. There's some moments where you have to like go, ah shit, do we need to go back to get that, or
Uh,
um
it's fun though.
so yeah, but it's not bad.
Okay.
um Honestly, like the game's laid out pretty well. It's not till like the later levels where you really have to like there's really a lot of backtracking.
That's where they get
So
you.
yeah, that is where they get you. Um yeah, so that's what I didn't like about the game is it just doesn't scale well for single player. This was obviously before a lot of developers were able to do difficulty scaling in games like that for single versus co-op. So if you're playing this solo, it is just insanely hard. So yeah,
Challenge
uh
accepted.
yeah,
No,
go for it. I mean, honestly, it's definitely doable solo, but I don't think it's really fun solo.
I
You
get
know what
that.
I
Yeah,
mean?
it seems like
Like,
it's not designed for it.
right, exactly. So and like the times where you do have to backtrack, solo makes it that much worse, Like it's just yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing the game solo. Let's see. How's the gameplay? Is it fun? Yes. Like like I said, the controls are good. The graphics are great for the time. Like it just looks and plays really well. Um, Good music, like very how I'm trying to compare it to something. Um, I don't know. It's good music for the time. 16-bit like that era of music. Um, and it's done well. I wouldn't say it's like super exceptional. I didn't like there's not a tune stuck in my head from playing the game, but I'm sure if I played it more there probably would be. Um, let's see. Sound design, it's fine. Again, it's kind of like par for the course for that era of 16-bit gaming. It's definitely not bad. Um, but it's I wouldn't say remarkable. Um, let's see. How long did it take to beat? So
Hmm.
that stream that Zach and I played was around 2 hours and 22 minutes. And then Zach and I went back and like we didn't finish the final level, so we went back and played the final level and we played for another probably hour to an hour and a half. So between, 3 to 4 hours, especially if it's like a blind playthrough and you're just learning all the puzzles and stuff. Um I would say that's kind of like a safe amount of time. If you're playing with a buddy, yeah, 3 to 4 hours. I'd say if you are a veteran of this game, you could probably knock this out in an hour. You
That's
know,
raw. I want to see a speed run.
yeah, I bet you there are people that speed run this, and you could probably get through it pretty quick.
I bet the world record
Speedrunners
is
use
8
both
minutes.
controllers.
What?
No freaking way.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Wow.
They can do
That's
both.
Can we
fantastic. I
get the
would love to
record
see
on
that.
this real quick? Anyone, Chamali it.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would
What
love to see a
else?
YouTuber do that.
Is the game difficult? Yes, even with a co-op partner, it's a difficult game.
Mm,
Um
good, good.
there's some of the bosses are pretty difficult. Um some of the puzzles are pretty difficult even though they're all just like sliding block puzzles. You would think that's not. Oh my god, 19 minutes and 51 seconds for the speedrunning record. Holy shit.
Damn.
Um but yeah, so
Damn.
like even though it's like a simple concept for the
Disgusting.
puzzles, like some of these, like I said, it took me and Zach, and neither of us are dummies. We're not, geniuses either, but like we're not stupid. And some of the puzzles took us a good, 20 minutes, or not 20, maybe 10 minutes to finish, because they're just well designed, simple puzzles. So yeah, you get difficult, you get both levels of difficulty, like with kind of more cerebral versus like just plain game action difficulty. So the game delivers pretty well there. Would I play a sequel? Yeah, one doesn't exist unfortunately, but I would definitely play a sequel because this game is actually a ton of fun. I would definitely play any game that offers this kind of a co-op experience.
And a sequel does not exist.
I don't believe so.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's a shame because
Real quick.
this was a great
Yeah.
game.
Is this on the Switch SNES thing?
No, it's not.
Fuck, why? That's such a perfect
No.
opportunity to utilize the online co-op.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's what
Honestly,
I'm
this would be a
saying.
great
Yeah.
addition to that.
Ah,
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, bummer that it's not, but yeah, definitely would be a great
So,
addition. I don't know. I mean, obviously Disney owns the rights to this, but I think isn't
that's
there
good.
one or two Disney games on the Switch
I
Online?
don't
Maybe
know.
not.
It's maybe not. We just want the
Yeah,
Lion King so we can all just be brutalized again.
there you go. Well, they did we talked about this a few weeks ago. They did re-release The Lion King
Oh yeah.
on a cartridge or whatever with
The
like
Disney
several
pack or
different,
whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, several different versions, and Jungle Book, I think, too.
Oh, sick. And Aladdin.
Um oh yeah, it was Aladdin. It was Lion King and Aladdin, not Lion King and Jungle Book. That's
Nice.
right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
never being that shit.
No one
No.
has.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
That's hilarious. Yeah, what else? Is the game worth buying at the current price? Well, currently you can only buy it secondhand and it's about $15 to $20, and I would say definitely. That's definitely worth picking up if you find a cartridge. Um and watch the full game streamed on YouTube. No.
Watch all 19
Just
minutes.
yeah. Yeah, go watch a yeah. Um
Two-handed speed run.
Go watch a two-handed, yeah, speed run that takes 19 minutes. That's insane. That
That's
person's
absolutely
insane.
mad.
Dude,
Dude, I
I'm
did
just like thinking about how difficult that game was for me and Zach, like just to play through. And like imagine like me trying to do that with my hands going like this on two
You
different
probably
game
memorize
pads.
it. You probably just
Yeah,
don't
of
even look at
course.
It's like
TV.
that game for the Wii U that like required you to be a bad guy. What was it called? It was called Nintendo Land or something like that. And like it was an Animal Crossing themed game where like you control two bad guys and
I
try
think I
and
remember this.
slice everyone, basically.
I think
And
you
everyone
should
has everyone has
once.
to eat candy basically, and if they eat candy, they slow down, so they gotta get rid of their candy quickly. You remember this game? No,
You
No,
showed me once.
this is a fever dream I had or something like that.
No, it's
sounds
real,
like
it's
a fever
real.
dream.
But I
Yeah.
don't understand what it has to do with anything.
The idea is that you have to control two people at one time.
Oh,
If,
gotcha.
if you have two joysticks and you're literally controlling both of them separately,
When else has that
and
been a
and
thing?
that just, I mean, your brain is just like getting turned into mush as you like try and control these.
That's crazy.
It's
Sounds
fun
hard.
though. It's a lot of fun.
That is crazy.
Mushy
All
brain.
right. So my overall rating and impression of this game. If you were to play this solo as a single player game, I would say a 5, right? But as a co-op game, I would definitely give this like an easy. Ooh, did anyone else just hear a loud noise? No, just me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, are you gonna be doing the old school and the new school review like I did? How do we do this?
Well, there's no new school. It's just an
Feel
old
or
game.
your current perception if it came out
Well,
now.
my current perception, if this came out now as like an indie game, like still in this style, I would still give it the same impression, I
That's
think.
fair.
Yeah.
It could just be an indie
Because
game. Yeah, that's
and
true.
that's why games like this, I think, age really well.
Mm,
Is because it's definitely stylized. It's not like, you know, 16-bit gaming has become like a style of video game,
yeah, it has.
So
Gotta
so
love
I
it.
think they just kind of like a lot of games from this era kind of are preserved that way, um, just by default. And this game just does play really well. So like, yeah, like I said, for single player though, like it's not a very fun experience to do by yourself because
Yeah.
it's just like brutally difficult. But multiplayer, it's fantastic. I would give it like a solid 8.
Damn, that's not that fantastic.
Well, here's the thing, it's a short game. It's a
How,
it's
oh,
a
yeah.
very short game. So, it's not like there's endless replayability to it. So I think that's where I'm gonna take off some points. But eight's still a good score, man. 80%,
Mm,
that's a B, dude. That's a
true.
passing grade,
What
son.
if someone
Yeah.
remade it and like the puzzles were randomly generated and you could like do co-op endlessly?
That would
Ooh.
be rad. That would be very cool. That would be
I'd
very
make it
cool.
a 10 probably, right?
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, I
Damn
don't
it.
know. We give out high scores on this
I give
show.
out almost
Like,
10s
we give
reliably.
out
Like I
so many
feel
high
bad for the
scores.
developers. They worked hard.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so that's it. Like I said, single player 5, multiplayer definitely an 8. Super worth playing. Very fun. A little bit on the short side. Um. So